Hi guys, today is the 13th of July 2021 and this video is going to be another look, an updated look at the case of Chelsea Poorman. She's a young Cree lady who has been missing from Vancouver, going on what will be 2 years, coming this September. And I want to just update and see how things are for her. Just a bit of a background that I think is important. I will share with you, and this is from, and please do visit this site so you can perhaps print some posters and put them up, especially if you're around the Vancouver kind of community. I think it'd be helpful. So on the evening of September the 6th, 2020, and again, this is from the chelseapoorman.com website, Chelsea went out with her sister, Paige Kernan, for dinner and drinks. Now, Chelsea and her sister ended up at a quote-unquote friend's apartment on the 4th floor of 1278 Granville Street in downtown Vancouver. Once again, that was 1278 Granville Street in downtown Vancouver. And again, this was on the evening of September the 6th, 2020, that she went missing. So they went to a friend's house after the dinner and drinks, and Chelsea decided to leave before midnight alone. Paige, her sister, talked to her on the cell phone, on her cell phone at approximately 12:57. And she told Paige that she is, quote unquote, with her new bae, meaning her new boyfriend. Chelsea has not been seen since, nor has there been any activity with her bank account, anything like that. So there's your background on Chelsea. Another part that is, I think, very important to know about Chelsea is that she has brain injury from a very bad accident she was in. She is said to walk with a bit of a limp, and she has a bend where she cannot extend one of her arms completely. This is like an atrophy because it would have affected it neurologically, obviously. That's a particular, perhaps, side of her body from being able to extend the arm the way that she could before. She is 25 years old. This coming September. No, I don't know if it's September or not. It could be November or October, but she does have a birthday coming up around fall. So it would be really great if she could get back to her family. So what we're going to do now is take a look with the Bright Future Tarot. And this is created by Saskia Lee Psychic. It's a new deck to me. There is a pretty snazzy book that comes with it, and I accidentally ended up getting two, and it was such a pain about trying to return it that eventually I will be giving away a copy of this deck and book. All right, so pay attention. If you like it, you may be the lucky ducky who gets it. it'll be a drawing, and I'll announce that once I get to that bridge. Okay. So, again, Bright Future Tarot, Saskia Lee, I guess Psychic is what she's going by. And I also have a few decks here that for clarity. So, I want to update and look in on Chelsea and do like a well-being check on her right now. And I ask for the Creator, the Most High, to please assist and help me to read accurately and clearly. And I ask the Creator to reveal to us what we need to know about Chelsea right now, and anything that's pertinent that we need to know. I want us to see it and know it so I can get it across. And of course, the obvious, when she will be going home, when she will be found or assisted. So Chelsea Poorman. I didn't get a date for her birthday, so I can't remember. I know that her birthday happened not terribly long after she was kidnapped, because she really was. She was abducted. Whether she realized it or not, I think, it's pretty clear someone pulled the wool over her eyes. So that would be a month, I think, around, or two around the September that she went missing. But let's just see what the cards want to say about Chelsea and her going home, getting out of the circumstance in which she is not able to do so. So I'm asking the Creator to assist me in connecting up with Chelsea and her guides to relay what needs to be relayed. Okay, the first card I'm drawing for her is Justice. This is what's covering her. I'm going to do a Celtic cross because I like the way it kind of targets the person or the subject matter, and I just think it's a good spread for this one. Queen of Wands is what crosses her. Confidence and warmth. So this is clearly, I feel like, law enforcement looking for her very intently. Now, this Queen of Wands could be the sister, a mother. It could even be Chelsea. But we'll see. She could be connected to the legal system as well. Four of Cups. to me, this is based upon she's in a waiting situation. She doesn't want to be there. And I definitely feel like she is regretful. I think I'm getting these hits intuitively. She went with this person because I think she was a bit tipsy and didn't realize, didn't perceive more mindfully what kind of person this really was. I really feel that here with the Four of Cups, she's saying she's not interested in this person in the way that they're interested in her. She's not interested and I got this before on her, I get a sense of disassociation from her environment. And yeah, really strongly. Where she's placing her mind and her focus elsewhere. While she's, I think, waiting and hoping to be helped. Crowning her is a magician. This is about communications, communicating, and is indicative of potential and the use of a really strong suit of communication. The magician, you can also see the infinity symbol here in the card. Again, this is the Bright Future Tarot. And I feel like she's looking for find a way to be able to communicate. There's a feeling, too, that this individual has done this before with women while he's been out and they've been drinking and he's been drinking. Getting that. It's a more advanced ability in talking his way into someone like Chelsea's life and situation. I also feel that this is Chelsea wanting to figure out a way to communicate. And she's just waiting for a chance. And a means. Because I really feel like she would like to call, but I do feel like her phone has been taken away from her. I just got a hint of it possibly even being destroyed by the mail that took her, but I could be wrong. So, past and future here. This is kind of the now. I still do not see any cards to me that indicate presently what I would consider that she is past or that kind of thing. I am not getting that energy. But still, I really worry for her, and I want her out of there because I'm worried. This is, I feel like, also someone that's highly manipulative and keeping hold of her. Page of Swords. Well, the keywords changeable and actor are on here. So what I pick up is that the person she came across, along with that magician's very close by, very manipulative, I feel like knows how to manipulate people, and especially I feel like people who have had a bit to drink, and who are not, well, who are vulnerable. I feel that this person knows how to give the impression that they are the type of person that someone else idealizes or finds attractive or compelling, but they're changeable. And I believe it's saying they do this for the superficial reason of making, and it's very predatory, making people feel very comfortable, putting their guard down, letting down their guard around them, so that they can reel them in even more. So a highly manipulative type that Chelsea would have been a very easy mark for them. And I don't mean that in any way as negative towards Chelsea. It's just, here we have this beautiful young lady, and she's beautiful, who happens to, unfortunately, from an accident, have some significant disabilities, and one of them being impairment in perception of perhaps somebody that isn't friendly disposed towards her. And if she'd had a few drinks with her dinner with her sis and their her sister's friend, when they went to the apartment afterward, she could have had a little buzz going, I don't know, but I feel like it would have I think it would have skewed her perception of someone and the ability to discern whether or not they are, a good choice to leave with. And I feel like she definitely didn't have that ability. Three of Wands. Something goes deeper or further, or something needs to go deeper or further. Communications. This looks like someone's, though it's a paintbrush, because it is a creative ability. But I feel like this is some sort of effort that needs or will end up, because we've got it next to justice, and the justice is karma and the legal system. I think that this person is in the base, is in the legal database. I think it's a matter of law enforcement catching up to this individual. I think they have some ideas based upon SOs that would have hung out at certain clubs or bars in the area. And locals, whatnot. I get the feeling that law enforcement, I think, is actually trying here. Because they cover her at present in trying to find her. And they're waiting. There's some kind of communication. There's some kind of indication. Three of Wands. This to me means also that this continues, unfortunately, into the near future. This is the near future card, and it's indicating that they're going to need to, I think, specialize a bit with this case and look a bit more, like I was saying, a bit more deeply about, and that takes time. Who are regulars at certain bars in the area where she went missing? Is there any of them that might have an SO type of profile or potential? And I think it's like narrowing down, but having to kind of really dig deep does show that into the types of personality that would have been able to snag her, somebody who may have seen them together. That's what we get. Now this would be Chelsea's mind, where it's at right now, which is on the King of Wands. Entrepreneur, charismatic, it says. Just to describe as a possibility, a potential type of energy that this card figure holds. Doesn't mean that they are, but sometimes they have that kind of a finesse. So she's thinking on a King of Wands, and I'm wondering if that's not her father. She's definitely thinking about a male. This could also be the person that is keeping her. But I'm tending to feel that she's probably thinking on, man, I wish Dad, let's say this could be her father, was here. You know, I definitely, there's a longing. Definitely thinking on a King of Wands. So this male would be somebody with potentially their birth sign in a fire zodiac member. So it would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. An adult male that may fall under those signs, or who has a lot of that kind of extrovert, expressive energy. And I'm tending to think, is this Dad that she's, thinking on? In the environment, we have the Ten of Swords, and it's endings and grief. And this is true. People are grieving her because she's not there, and they can't find her, and they don't have access to her, and it's overwhelming. And like the flowers that are under the cover of these swords, I feel like she is, again, I mean, I could be wrong, and I hope not, but I feel that she is being kept. I have not so far yet been shown cards that indicate to me that she's already passed. I don't get that. I still am not getting that. But I am getting that she would need help, outside help, in order to get out, because the environment she's being kept in, it feels to me like they've really got her secured in such a way that it would be very difficult for her to try to get out. But I still see that she's trying to figure out a way and just waiting for a moment when she could communicate or some way use a means to free herself, that sort of thing. I have a feeling that she is being restrained in some fashion from being able to leave the area she's at. Hopes and fears is the Five of Pentacles, change, disruption. This would also be, I feel like, fearing, I think never being found, honestly. And not being treated well, physically, like to clean, to look out for yourself, your health, to eat, to keep your strength up, so on and so forth. She fears this. And she fears, I think, the loss of just general well-being. Okay, final card. The Lovers, decisions and clarity. Well, further into the future, we get that there are decisions that are going to be highlighted with regard to her case. And for her personally, I believe she will become maybe more clear on when she has a good moment to act. This could be that she is able to earn the trust. And I think truly earn some kind of trust of another. And it may be through this angle with the person that is holding her that she'll be able to get herself into a better situation, if you know what I mean. Let's see what we get. What do you mean by the Lovers? Two of Wands. Again, I really feel that she was taken because this person wanted a girlfriend. I really do. But Two of Wands, I keep, and there was another decision card here. Well, with the Lovers, there's a decision about being the girlfriend, I think, being the lover. And I think there are also choices to be made that I can't even fathom right now that will come up for her. And this is the power of control. Dominion. Some people also see it as an opportunity. I see it as an opportunity and them having a power play issue going on, her and her captor. For sure. Because there is fantasy, okay? And there is a lack of perception that is grounded in reality. This could be further complicated by the use of drink, other substance, that they kind of live in a fantasy world. And I believe there's a need definitely to bring that to balance. So there's fantasy, visualization, balanced emotions, health with temperance. I'm concerned here because this person that's holding her may not be aware of her health needs, because they're not, their perception is skewed. And there needs to be balance for physical and mental health. This person has problems with their emotions and psychological. They drink too much. I feel like this man that's holding her. I'm getting a download on him. Three of Pentacles. Maybe someone that works with their hands, maybe a tradesman. And the Tower. Oh boy. They're going to about ready to have, this could be through another person that might know what's going on, that could reveal it, that he's holding her. It could be through work or somebody, but this is indicative of another person. I think another person's going to be significant in perhaps revealing where Chelsea is and who she is with. I believe that with this Three of Pentacles, as there is more than one person possibly connected to work, and I'm getting construction or some carpentry trade skill involved in the use of the hands as a laborer. I wonder if this man is the laborer. Something very sudden, though, with the Tower comes. I think the efforts that people are putting in, along with law enforcement, could pay off. And here we have the person being held, the Eight of Swords, trapped. And it can also be like PTSD, buried trauma. I'm sure she will have this. But again, you notice I'm getting no death cards. You notice I'm getting no cards like I would when it's been a very ugly, this is not a happy situation, don't get me wrong. But I still think with the cards I'm getting that she's alive. I think this person sees her as a girlfriend. And she's like, I really want to get out of here. And I believe that will happen. And she will be in a safe place and feel mentally, emotionally comfortable again with the Four of Swords. Solitude, sanctuary. And I think safety. And the Seven of Swords shows that there's a person, again, that I think may help, a mediator. So, again, when we go back to that Three of Pentacles where it talks about somebody else being involved, and remember how I said she's going to need help to get out of this, I think she will get the help. Somebody may overhear or figure it out and report the person, the man responsible. They could work with him, or they could overhear something that just makes them figure it out. Eight of Cups. See, I think part of what Chelsea did was because she was bored, but she was, with the head injury, just not obviously realizing, hey, Chelsea, this is not a good thing to do. She may have had a few drinks, on board, which would have further, I believe, lessened her ability to make good choices, and perhaps also her sister in allowing her to leave. I don't want to judge because we weren't there. We don't know why Chelsea was left on her own like that, but some people you just couldn't stop, and this looks kind of that way. I think she got bored also over at the friend's house, leaving. Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man. I think that they will find her, that they will find where she's been taken to, and where she's being held. Two of Cups. There may be a bond, and the Three of Cups. I think she'll be reunited with her family. But I think that this person wanted a relationship, wanted a girlfriend, and kept her. Universe and the Wheel of Fortune. This is, I think, something she was meant to experience. And opportunity, travel, destiny, ups and downs, Wheel of Fortune with the universe. I just feel like this unfortunate incident was on her karmic wheel. Perhaps so that she knows that how vulnerable, gets a better idea of how vulnerable she can be, and how she doesn't want that to happen again. Yeah, the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. That you can get carried away. You can be in the moment and get carried away, quite literally. But I think also her overcoming these challenges. The Chariot, success and action. Knight of Wands, inspiration and speed. So I do get that once they find her, it will go down very quickly. They will safely extract her from this person's hold. And I see a loss. This could be the man that's holding her. Could be a King of Cups. that would fit exactly the type of person I think that would do this. A King of Cups. On the King of Cups can be beautiful, but on the negative side, very needy, very delusional, prone toward substance or drink, both, prone toward escapism, even if they don't use drugs. They could have an altered kind of mind chemistry. I think this will be lead to a very significant change. I, again, feel that she could end up being found and go home. She's definitely thinking on a male King of Wands adult. I feel like that's very important to her, like her family member, her father. Let's pull a few extras. Let's pull from the Empathic Oracle, a favorite of Denise Knight on Spiritual Growth Tarot. Also, a very cool deck. That's where I saw it and thought, ooh, I like Denise. So, well-made booklet. Very cool oracle. Let's see what we get. So what's the message, creator? Will Chelsea Poorman make it back home to her parents, alive and able to try to heal from this event as much as possible? You get the Sun. I asked repeatedly if Chelsea Poorman would be released back to the care of her family, or, and I get a positive. And a card of exposure also, which it tracks with the card that I got where I feel like somebody will put it together or overhear something by the person that is holding Chelsea. And I believe they will give a tip. And I think this leads to her being found. Stardust. See what Stardust is. Hold on a minute. Well, this is interesting. Now, on 41, within this oracle, again, this is the Empathic Oracle. Really neat, all right? With Stardust. Very beautiful card, by the way. Okay, it says, and this caught my attention. You know how I was saying this person, I believe, thinks of her as a girlfriend. Well, this kind of marries up again. And it says, this light within your soul has been earned through the hard truths, the hard-learned truths of experience. And again, remember when I said I think this is something I hate to say it, but was part of her life thing to experience, because she needed to know the difference between that which is love and that which is pretend. is what it says here. It is in this knowing that we all come from the same light, that you can find yourself wishing that others would also remember this truth. The next time someone seems lost, or if you sense a spark of curiosity in their eyes, take them out to the night sky and together gaze and be humbled. They just may remember that they are part of something much greater. And this is also the difference between knowing that what is real and what is not. And I think she's going to become very clear that this was not love, that this was not what she thought it was initially. So I feel like she will be found. I am so far, with all complete transparency, not finding cards that indicate that she has left this planet. There is gaslighting. Somebody is lying to her, not giving her the truth. And the third eye chakra. This is the use of intuition that overrides any gaslighting. I think deep down inside, she senses that what they're telling her is not true. I think they're telling her things that aren't true so they can keep her under their control. But they're messing with her a bit. Oh, well, not just a bit, a lot. I think they are able to tell that she has a brain injury, and this is some of that manipulation of her. She is stuck and needs outside help. Crowd surfing, it says. Again, there's just a hit that I picked up again of someone else hearing of or figuring out where she is, that this person's holding her. Direction and winter. That makes me feel like there's something significant, perhaps, with the season of winter. Maybe this season. Let's see here. I just want to check on 56 because that is, again, this is a new oracle deck to me. And it is the Empathic Oracle, in case you're curious. And stuck can be a cyclical problem of negativity, negative emotions. And this can be the perfect analogy of thoughts and feelings that can be experienced. They just keep going round and round. And before you realize it, you're adding your own energies of thinking and feeling into a whirling mix of dizziness while trying to stop the cycle, it says. The more you worry, the more it seems that the answers will never be found. And for that, you find yourself on the edge where the force of the spin is the strongest. Okay, let's see. Other people may tell them to suck it up, that you're too sensitive. As an adult, it is obvious that the responsibilities of life and all the energies involved quickly make innocence disappear. Deep inside your spirit, quickly, your spirit craves a new knowing of what you have lost in this grown-up world. In the center, it still can be found. Do this for the moments of feeling stuck, the best you can. Dig deep within your core of your inner being and feel the power of the spin and let its light throw off all the heavy intrusions of the outside world. This to me is like would be needing help to deal with the trauma. I do believe that she will be found. But it doesn't, again, it looks a little further down the line yet. And the card of crowd surfing is interesting. It says, the world is filled with noise and thoughts and the emotions of those who gather, and like quicksand, it soon can be overwhelming to one's experience, like the noise, the thoughts of other people. I think this could be an effect that's happening with her disability. I think at times the situation gets to her, of course, and that she can't escape it. This is very challenging for one person, especially if she's very sensitive. I think, it says parties, concerts, malls, and other highly populated areas are often avoided by the empath for fear of losing one's self in the energy of the crowd. It shows me this is making me feel like, yeah, he's got her hidden. Really good. I think she can also have meltdown if there's too much going on. It's overwhelming, like sensory overload. Okay. So I think this person's also projecting a lot of their thoughts and emotions onto her, and it's confusing and messing with her head, definitely. I think she will end up telling her story for the benefit of other people, so that other people like herself don't fall prey. Direction, winter. North, that would be north. 2622. Maybe she's north of her sister's apartment. That doesn't give a lot of help, but what can you do here? I do see her sister being found. I do. And working on dealing with the after effects, because, it does look like it's traumatic. And that's no good. I really feel for her, especially as a fellow disabled person. And of course, direction, east, north, south, west, east. Now, each direction with its own reward. Internal compass, be that which leads the way. Okay, people, again, real strong sense of people using their intuition, and of her using her intuition. But I think people trying to find her too. Family and others. So, with the directions, there are many cultures that taught that there are powers and lessons from each of the directions. East holds the power of air, south holds the power of fire, west holds the power of water, and north, earth. A study of these directions and elemental powers can bring great insight into that which needs healing and how to navigate that desired purpose. And to trust her internal compass. Yeah, I believe she'll have to receive considerable counseling for this. Predator entanglement, so that she does not continue to become prey to predators that are going to be drawn to her, and that she can suss them out. I really do believe so, yes. Crown chakra and hero. I believe she will be her own hero too, because she's going to rely and be able to survive a great deal based on using her intuition. So that is what I get with the Empathic Oracle and the Bright Tarot. So if you like this content, please make sure to like and subscribe, and to double check and make sure that you're subscribed from time to time, because unfortunately YouTube is buggy. Make sure your notifications are on. And I will see you in the next live, which will be on Thursday. Right. Okay. Or the next video. Could also be on Wednesday. No, Wednesday I'm out with my husband. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you later. Make sure to hit your thumbs up, if you haven't, on my screen here for my video on your way out. Thank you so much.